Hey 10th graders, so today I wanted to show you how to do your homework assignment that's building the atom, the game, PHET simulation. So here you can see my screen. I am already on the PHET simulation. I just clicked that link for build an atom. I'm going to click play. And it gives you three different options. It gives you the atom, the symbol, and the game. You are going to click on the game. You have 4 different levels to the game. The first one is figuring out what the atom is on the periodic table. The second is if it has a positive negative charge. The third is isotope notation using those periodic table squares. And the fourth combines all of them. So I do want you to go through each 4 parts of the game. Just to give you an example of how this looks, if I click on the periodic table squares, it takes me to a practice question. I have my Bohr model of an atom on the left and a periodic table on the right. And it tells me to find the element. Well, if I look at this element, I have 1 orange circle, so I have 1 proton. I don't have any gray circles for neutrons, and I don't have any blue circles for electrons. But that's fine, because all I need to do to find the element is to look at the number of orange protons. In this case, there's 1. So based on my periodic table, I know that the element with 1 proton is hydrogen. And then it's asking me, is it a neutral atom or an ion? Well, remember, if it's a neutral atom, the number of protons and electrons are the same. Here we have 1 proton, but we have 0 electrons. There's 0 blue dots. So they're not equal. I have 1 proton and 0 electrons. It's not equal. This would be an ion. I'm going to check that. If you're correct, it'll give you a smiley face. If you're not, it'll tell you to try again. I want you to go through all the questions in this segment. Just to give you a brief overview of the others, if I look at the ion tab, this is asking me for the charge. Remember, the charge is the protons plus the electrons. So if I have 1 proton and 0 electrons, my charge is 1 plus 0. That would be plus 1. For the isotope notation, remember the number in the top left is your mass. This is protons plus neutrons. The number in the top right is your charge. This is protons minus electrons. And the number in the bottom right is your protons. So in this case, I have 13 protons, 14 neutrons, and 13 electrons. And I need to find the number, or the charge, which is the protons minus electrons. So I'd take my 13 protons, I'd subtract my 13 electrons, my charge is 0. When I check that, it's correct. All right, so I want you to try all of these different levels, just go in order. And when you're done with the level, it's going to give you colored stars at the bottom. It's going to tell you your score. I want you to take a screenshot of this score, and that is what you are going to send to me as your final grade. Just so you remember, the odds of you having the exact same score as somebody else are very, very low because there are so many different values for these scores. So please take that into consideration. Do your own work. Don't let me have to call you because you have the exact same picture as somebody else. All right, guys, if you have questions, text me or call me. My number is 830-556-7174, or you can message me in Teams. Good luck, guys. Have fun.